Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to work on this little pillow doll that I was playing around with Playground AI last night, and this was one of my prompts. I was doing a lot of different applications with dolls that I had uploaded from my own, Kotten Bellies. And so I just kept asking prompts, and eventually we got to, can you make it a front and back cut and sew pattern? And this is what I got. This is the second one right here. We're going to sew both of these up today, and we're going to see how well Playground AI can make little cut and sew dolls. So let's get started. First, we're going to cut them out. I also want to tell you, this is what I'm using. Get this off of Amazon. If you do, again, I'm not an expert on this. I use fabric sheets for making the labels for my Kotten Belly dolls. Sorry about the glare. For my Kotten Belly dolls. And I didn't like this particular brand for labels because it does fray a lot. So I wouldn't recommend this. So what we're going to do is we're going to just try it and see if we can sew with it. This is the back of the paper. And if you use an inkjet printer, you will need a piece of paper under this because my printer will not grab it. It tries, but it's too slick. So I have to add a piece of copy paper behind it to get it to go through my printer. But you can see this is how thin it is. You can see the pattern below it, and it's very nice. It's thin, but it should make us a cute little doll. So, okay, we've got it released from the backer. Now I'm going to just go ahead and cut it in half and see how well Playground AI lines up these two pieces to see how easy it will sew. We have now got them cut apart. And so if we just do it like this, line them up the top here. And I'm putting my finger right here. I just want to put it there to turn it over. Oh, it looks pretty darn good. Looks like they did a really good job. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over so we can sew it. We're going to get that, and we're going to sew around. We can see the outline of the white. This is where we're going to sew, right here, right on the edge of that white. So we'll have a cute little pillow doll. So I'm just making sure that we've got it. And sometimes when I'm matching up fabric, I like to put a pin in it into a place like right here. This would be a good place to just put a pin just to see where it comes out on the other side. Perfect. Perfect. So now we know that it's lined up there. Let's see where we can line up the head, and then we'll just make sure that it's straight. I don't want it off center. So we're going to put another pin right here, and we're perfect again. Okay, so Playground AI did not do us wrong. Now I'm going to put a pin here so it does not shift. Take that one out. Put a pin here so it does not shift. And I'm going to sew. But now we have to remember also that we have to leave some place for us to stuff it. And, where would that be? I'm thinking right here, because we need sort of if you can see it, we need sort of a flat place. So I'm thinking maybe the edge here on the top of the head, because everybody else is pretty curvy. So we're going to go ahead and leave this space open. And I'm going to put a mark up here with my heat erase pen, just like that, so that I know I'll sew all around the doll and stop right here, and then we can pull it through. Let me get the sewing. I just want to share with you what I've done here. This edge of the doll was a little bit faint. There's a shadow right here. It's just not coming through. See this shadow here? It's making this one not come through so well. So I just took my heat erase pen and just trace this so it's easier for me to see going through the machine, and then I'll just take a blow dryer to it and it'll remove it. All right, now for sure we're gonna sew. She's cut. Now, because I know this fabric and I know how she likes to fray, I'm gonna use my trusty pinking shears to cut her out. And let me do that and we'll come right back. She's all cut out. Now I'm gonna go into all these little points here. We're just gonna snip these not with those scissors, but with these scissors. Clippy, not too close to that seam though. This is just going to help us keep everything nice when we turn her inside out. Or outside in, I don't know, whatever. You get it, right? Just know that I had my tongue hanging out of my mouth doing this. Okay, so there she is. Grab our trusty and most prized possession in my sewing room is my hemostats. Anybody who has these probably knows too that these are the best. So, all right, let's grab her down here. Grab it. Pull it. Sorry, I'm like right up into the camera lens. You can't even see what I'm doing.
It's a little crumbly. It's almost like consistency of paper. Yes, in its stamp. Okay, well, we didn't know we were going to be on a struggle bus this morning, but okay. I didn't think it would be this hard to turn. Okay, let me start again, grab some more.
Okay, if I tell you that took me longer than sewing the doll together, it did. But oh my gosh, isn't she precious? That's her back side, and that's her front side. Let's stuff her. Gosh, I am so in love with her. I am so in love with her. Look at this. Now this right here is that shadow I was telling you about. But I mean, it's playground AI. And had I known that this would actually work, I would have probably said just make everything on a white background. But look how cute this is. There's the top of her head. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put a little brown ribbon in the top of her head and make her, wouldn't she be an adorable ornament for a Christmas tree? And you could have like a doll themed Christmas. Hello, Jessica. And oh my gosh, it's so adorable. I am in love. I can't even stop gushing. Okay, so now let's do the exact same thing for this little chubby guy. And the only difference is we're going to have to add our own little, probably 1/4 of an inch border around the pattern. But if it lines up as well as this one did, we're good. So let's get started. Okay, so I grabbed my ruler and my little handy dandy seam gauge here. And if you can see, I'm going to line that up. The point, let me get that in frame here. I'm going to line the point up with the 1/4 of an inch and then slide the little bar over until it meets right there. So that's what I'm going to do. And then we're just going to make lines with my pen. Once we cut it out, we have to cut it out and line it up, just like we did the other ones. But once we have it right sides together, lined up, ready to sew, we're going to take this guide and we're going to lay it on the pattern or the image, and then we're just going to mark ever so often to get our 1/4 of an inch all the way around, just like this. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So be right back. Okay, I have it lined up the best I can. This one is not as accurate as this one, but I think with the, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the faint outline of the ear? If I can do it. Yeah, I think you can. You see how the head is just off-centered? But if we do our 1/4 of an inch, I think it'll come out right. It won't line up perfectly, but it'll be cute enough. And thank God I did this because I have it backwards. See, I get so excited sometimes that I mess up. And that's probably why it's not lining up properly. Tammy Lulin. Okay, there we go. Now we're back to front. Okay, got him done. There is the front of him, the back of him. This one is not quite as lined up as this little girl is. But I think once we do our border around here, we're going to go around the ear, you know, we're going to do that. I think it'll be okay with the white border around it. So let's go ahead and we'll get that done. Okay, I've got my little dots. You can see now as it gets closer to this edge here, it came a little scary, but I think we can do it. We're just going to sew really close to the edge there. And then I went around the ear best I could. Again, we're off the edge just a little bit. And then over here, I went around the faintest part. This part right here is where I went around. I don't really care about this. I just want to make the front look good. The same with here. If you can see, do you see this faint part right here? That's the front of the head. This is the back of the head. Because I want the front of the doll to look nice, I went ahead and added the seam allowance above the faint part. That would be the top over here. Okay, this is all sewn up now. And on these edges right here where it's very close to the edge, I'm just going to put a little fray check on it, let that dry for a minute, then I'll go ahead and cut it and turn it out. Okay, here's the little chubby guy. He's all done. The front of him looks really good. The back of him is a little cattywampus. It's a little too much here, but I mean, it's AI. What are we going to do? But I am so excited. Again, these were interpretations of a doll that I uploaded, and I just kept asking for prompts and different prompts to get to a cut and sew doll. So this is not exactly like a Kotten Bellies doll, but maybe in the future we can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff him up, and we'll see how much bigger he is than her. But oh my gosh, just a little I'm so excited. Let me stuff him. Okay, here he is. And because I was compensating for the not lining up, this is giving me too much of a pointy or a curved corner here, and it should have been round, but it's AI. So it's awesome. I love it. I am so excited to get started on designing some Kotten Bellies cut and sews. And again, I know I hear everybody saying doll clothes, doll clothes, doll clothes. I'm going to be doing that too. So I just have to work up getting my dimensions set and making sure that everything lines up, so when people want to cut and sew their own, that they're not, it doesn't fit their babies. So here it is, my first AI cut and sew pillow dolls. I think they're adorable. I can't wait. I just want her to be in my car. He's adorable too, but I just love her. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for playing along with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If these are something that you'd like to see from Kotten Bellies, comment below. And another question, do you like them just like this, 2 pieces? Or would you like something more complex where we took the arms, and then that's a separate piece, and then you have to sew that on, the legs, a separate piece, and you have to sew that on. So I would be curious to know what you guys would prefer in a cut and sew pattern. Just really, really simple and cute, or a little bit more complex and floppy. So just let me know. Leave a comment below. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you like videos like this, as I learn my way around playing with different programs to expand my business. And of course, the dolls. Always the beautiful little Kotten Bellies dolls will be on the channel. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all those good YouTubey things. And we will see you next time. Bye.